Namaste Soul Tribe and welcome to Beyond Illusion. We are back with our next meditation technique. Today, instead of telling you a technique, I would like to explain a few concepts to you. For example, why do we give the brain a bad name? Why is it that we are so influenced by our mind? Are we giving overimportance to our mind? What do you think? What is your opinion? Do write it down in the comment section. I would really like to know. Is our mind as important as we keep talking about it all the time? It's not even funny that your mood gets spoiled and you talk about, oh my God, my mind is overworking, right? So don't you think that these are all excuses? Now, a couple of things that I would like to really tell you about is, for example, we have our kidney, we have our liver, we have a stomach, we have a heart, and we have our brain. Why is it that we are so over obsessed with our brain? Don't you see that if your kidney overworks, then what do? What does the doctor say? The worst thing can happen is dialysis or something. The same thing with liver. When it overworks, what happens? What about your stomach? IBS and things like that. Why is it that it's only the brain that has the bad name? And why is it that, we like to pick on it? That's also an organ. And what's its job? To work. So it keeps pouring in thoughts and you keep getting stuck in thoughts and it all goes in a circle, right? The problem with our mind is, unlike other things, other organs where we can control our diet, the problem with our brain or our mind is that the diet that it follows is words, is thoughts, is actions, right? Those are the things that our brain follows. And what happens? It also listens to all our thoughts. It also listens to what others are saying. And based on that, we create opinions. The problem with the present generation is we do not know how to access or how to stop our thoughts, rather. We don't know which things to access and when to stop. So if you keep stuffing your stomach with food, what happens? So you know that if you don't want loose motions or things like that or IBS, then you need to control the diet. How would you control the diet? By not eating excess food or by choosing the right kind of food that helps you in your building your immunity, right? But then my question is that what kind of thoughts do you put in your brain? And how is it that you control your brain? The only way you can stop or you can access the right kind of thoughts is through meditation. And that's the reason why I keep talking about meditation all the time. It's extremely important for our day-to-day life, day-to-day well-being. We have a left side and we have a right side of the brain, right? We have a doing side and we have a being side. So the doing side is the brain that is used for the doing side is activities. We do a lot of activities. Activities like eating, cooking, talking, walking, all those things are physical activities. One side of the brain does that, for which extra energy is required. In the being, what do? In the being, we access our breathing. We are in a rest mode. During the breathing time or the rest mode time is when you would see a lot of creativity getting elevated. You would get even more creativity when you will get even more creative when you see random things. You'd be inspired. You would learn to love life. It's a more positive thing. Everything has to go in a balance, right? So the meditation allows you to bring about a balance in your life. It tells you that how to respect your body, And when the body says that stop, it's time to rest, you actually reflect on it and you actually take rest. Nowadays, like I told you before, you guys work for 8, 10, 12 hours. You're continuously on the doing mode. And by the end of the day, you're so burnt out. The thing is that I don't do that. Every day is 24 hours. So it's an hour of activity and it's an hour of being reflective. It's an hour of doing, it's an hour of being. I do respect that, and that is the reason why my behavior, if you've noticed, and people who are really regularly interact with me have noticed that I have a different style of working. Its only thing is that what I believe is that I respect you and I respect myself. Isn't that the right way of doing things? And this is the reason why our meditation is so important. I have given you 2 meditations before this. One is meditation of the body parts. The other meditation is for, how do you set the tone in the beginning, in the morning. These meditations have actually helped me a lot, calming my mind down when it's required. You cannot control the mind otherwise. The mind knows how to run. It's an organ. If you give it a thought, it works. Simple as that. It's a body part. What would you do? How do you stop a body part, or how do you slow down a body part? Don't you go into some kind of detoxes of the body? Yeah, nowadays we have intermittent fasting and things like that. What about intermittent fasting for the brain? How is it that we take things for granted when it's to do with our mind? So please do not get burnt out and really have a reflective thought from today onwards. I know that mentally you will be harassed. Mentally the mind will tell you that this is not how life works or the society works. You need to finish these on target, or you need to finish that on target. But what's the point of reaching a target if you're burnt out? And what if you don't reach the target at all because you're burnt out? And that's the reason why meditation is required. It doesn't slow you down. In fact, it brings your efficiency higher. And when your efficiency is so high, you would be able to perform much, much better. So would you like to work or study for 20 hours and get about 60%? Or would you like to work for 10 hours and get about 80%? It all depends on you. So please be very aware of taking that little time out, because you deserve it. I deserve it. We need to take that time out, reflect, or just be with ourselves. It's okay. Just be the way you are. Think of yourself as a client. That's what I do. I tell myself, hey, I have a meeting. Nobody knows the meeting is with self. And this is my me time. I am my own client. I am my own healer. So let us make empowered choices. Just because the society wants you to run, you don't have to do it. And just because you run doesn't mean you're doing a good job of it. So be fair to yourself and to the society that you're working in. Let's take a collaborative effort before you get burnt out. I do a lot of work. I enjoy doing a lot of things. I enjoy it more because after that I can reflect on it and enjoy it again. So it's like enjoying the moment while it's happening and being in the being and breathing and enjoy and feel that you're so alive. I really hope you reflect on all these things and let this new year bring us new joy, new peace, a different kind of excitement, a different path. We are all walking in here together. We are all a Sangha. We are all a soul tribe. We are here to empower each other. We are here to stand by each other. And if someone falters, we are here to remind each other. Let us do our duty. Let us do our dharma. Let us stay in balance, because that's the only route that will take you where you want to be in the best way possible. Respect yourself, respect others, respect your time, respect others' time. In the doing and the being is where we stand. That's the balance that we are creating. And please focus on your meditation and see you in 15 days. Namaste.